So the project in Burkina Faso is a very interesting project. It's really aimed at bringing a new type of water pump to poor rural communities in Burkina Faso. It's a pump that was first developed in Nicaragua. It's called the rope pump. And the reason it's very clever is it's made from locally sourced, locally sustainable materials. The key components are, believe it or not, melted down plastic chairs, bits of bike tyres, a rope, and a beer bottle. It's those kinds of elements that can be found in refuse sites anywhere in the world. And what I did when I went to Burkina Faso with WaterAid was I spent some time touring around local communities in Burkina Faso, meeting local people, hearing about their issues and their concerns, and talking about their needs from the point of view of water source and so on. And also spent time with local partners, because WaterAid executes and implements through local partners who understand the local environment, are part of the local communities, and can therefore make projects like this much more sustainable. And that was a very important factor actually in both selecting WaterAid and Christian Aid. When I went to Burkina Faso, I saw numerous examples of glossy, they're called India pumps, Mark II India pumps, very expensive contraptions that had been installed perhaps 15 years ago in a local community by an international aid organisation. And at some point in the last 15 years, a ball bearing had worn out, a handle had broken, something had happened. And there are no resources locally to mend these kinds of tools. And so essentially that water hole then becomes unusable, and people go back to digging holes in the ground that are uncovered, which are sources for the spread of disease, and so on. And the beauty of the water pump, the rope pump that we're working in Burkina Faso to pilot, and then ultimately demonstrate to other kinds of non-profit organisations in other countries and hopefully scale to rural communities throughout sub-Saharan Africa, is that it's very cheap to implement. The cost of building and installing a water pump is a fraction of the cost for drilling a borehole and implementing one of these more sophisticated water pumps. And then most importantly, it can be maintained and repaired using materials that can be sourced locally, and that's absolutely crucial.